See what I'm getting at here? Maybe, just maybe, this is a step in the right direction for FIFA. Do they go about it the right way? No. But sometimes that happens in life. You go about it the wrong way, but you get something to benefit from it going forward. So that's what I'm hoping at the end of the day, is that this could be a positive change for a sport that kind of feels archaic in some ways when it comes to no, it does. Because I do think people globally think of this, this is the beautiful game and they do everything right. It's all the right way, yada, yada, yada. I was like, actually, I think the U.S. is pretty well made when it comes to replays and disciplinary action because we have so many different sports here and we've gone through it in so many different ones like hockey, like basketball, like baseball, football, etc. And now we get to soccer. I just think that if you have VAR and you have all these different reviews at your disposal, why are we so quick to just say this person is suspended for the next match? Don't you want your best player? Could you imagine if Victor Wembanyama had to miss a game after that elbow to Naz Reid? He had to miss the next one.
People wanted him to. I didn't.
He missed that entire game, basically.
Yeah.
Again, he missed basically that entire game because that happened in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken, to Naz Reid. He served his time. And I think Balogun served his time for the remainder of that match against Bosnia. He missed that second half where, hey, it was up in the air. It was 1-0, and then eventually the U.S. took a 2-0 lead. But I think he served his time there, and let's move on.
The closest I can think of is like targeting in college, where I always feel like it's really weak
I agree.
To throw a kid out of and now you don't play with 10 men for the remainder of whatever the game is after that. But I've always felt like, there's a time and a place to throw a guy out of a game, and it's got to be pretty egregious in football for me to throw a kid out. And I just feel like targeting is just a crummy rule. Just in general, I think the way it's been enforced.
Well, I just hate that again, but they have it up there to discretion to review it. And if they get the call wrong on the field, they'll go to the booth and say, you know what, we'll pick that flag up. That's on us. Hey, nothing to see here. Let's move on. And I do think they're expediting it very well now, too, because you have people constantly looking at all these different cameras. You could send the little note to the ref in the ear, and he's like, okay, never mind. Let's pick that flag up. Because in the NFL, you see it all the time now.
Did you see before the game, they showed the VAR room?
Yeah.
And it was like 3 or 4 guys. They were all wearing uniforms with numbers.
Correct.
And then the guy was like flicking his pen. I don't know if you were paying attention to that.
Do you think they should do that in Secaucus for NBA?
I love it.
They should be in uniform, all dressed up.
I want camera in the room. I want to see what they're seeing.
Okay.
You don't?
No, that would be great.
You know what I don't want to see? Heavy-set Dean Blandino at Taylor Swift's wedding. I don't know why is he there?
Wait, Dean Blandino was at T. Swift's and Travis Kelce's wedding?
So was Vrabel and his wife. Just bizarre.
Speaking of Fitz wasn't on the call this past weekend, but I did hear Kevin Dana, who does the California Classic every single year, it seems like. He's been doing it for a while now. Love K-Bone on the call. And I saw Yaxel Lendeborg yesterday, Joe, at Chase Center. And I got to say, the guy was a man amongst boys.
He's huge.
The body is physically matured in a way that I understand now what Mike Dunleavy, Joe Lacob, Kirk Lacob,
Joe
Steve Kerr, Shasky. I understand what you guys all saw in him.
Thank you.
And I love the pick. I did. But I saw it in real time yesterday. He was easily the most polished player on the floor. Now, I get it. A lot of them are G Leaguers. They're fringe guys. They're all rookies, basically.
It's a great step forward, though.
It is. It gives me confidence that this guy is going to fit in immediately in game 1 next year in a Golden State Warriors uniform with the likes of Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and potentially LeBron James.
So look, throw away the shooting. Because I think in Summer League, we get a little obsessed about hitting shots and missing shots.
He looked good, though. His shot in that first game. Yeah.
But I told you his shot I'm talking about the form. The form looks good. Forget the results.
Sure.
Just does the form look fluid?
Yes.
It does. Now, shooting, you're going to have slumps, right? You're going to have hot streaks. So
LJ Cryer, by the way. Did not like a lot of his shots yesterday.
His hands and his ability to distribute off the dribble on a high pick and roll, that I can see translating immediately to their offense.
Absolutely. Well, it was the IQ to me. I saw immediately with him intercept a pass and have a block in the first quarter yesterday against the San Antonio Spurs. I was like, this guy knows exactly where he needs to be at all times. Mm-hmm. And he's got this, again, Joe, the size to combat the big boys on the other sides too, and the wingspan to do it. He is a big person. Like, and the Warriors and Warriors fans have desperately wanted a guy like this for how long? They were hoping Kuminga was going to be that dude. And when he was buying in, Kuminga was a hell of a defender when he was buying in. The problem was they didn't get that consistently enough.
No, you're seeing Yaxel has great feel. Forget Kuminga for a second.
I'm saying the body-wise.
Yeah, I know, but people are going to interpret me giving Yaxel love as like a diss to Kuminga. So just forget Kuminga for a second. His ability as an on-ball defender is going to be impactful right away.
Yes.
And you see that he gets his hands on balls in the passing lanes. Off ball, he has unbelievable instincts. And, one of the things that you say as like when you're working on shell drills defensively in the half court is like, hey, you're one pass away. You're two passes away. You need to anticipate. And here's a guy that you watch and you go, oh, he already has a great feel when he's one pass away to anticipate and jump into passing lanes. When he's two passes away, how to anticipate and jump into guarding the right guy and seeing where the ball is going to be hopping next. His ability to pass, his hands, there's a lot to love about him. But he's not the only one. LeJay Jones already looks better than Malachi Leons. And I know you're going to say, Joe, that's a low bar to clear. We looked it up. Malachi played almost 300 minutes for this team this year.
25 games.
Played 25 games.
I know.
Now, I'm not trying to diss Malachi Leons, not an NBA player.
Yeah.
I think Jones will have a lot of time in Santa Cruz, but when his number's called, I can already see a player that looks more developed than Malachi Leons. So that's a really good thing. Then they got this other guy, Graham Ike.
Graham Ike from Gonzaga.
I love him. I'm going to give you a comp. This is not who he is. I'm talking about body type, and I'm talking about like how he likes to bang down low as a post player. You can see poor man's Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
You like that?
Okay. Very poor, but yes.
Yes. He's agreed. Like more Charles Bassey than he is Pascal. But in terms of like, they just don't have a lot of guys that like back to the basket can finish around the rim.
He is undersized, 6'9".
No, but he plays big.
He does play bigger.
And he plays with tons of energy, and they need that.
Absolutely.
I think he can make the team. I really do. I like Ike. To me, he's a keeper. And I like the other guy, Chance McMillan. He's small. He's undersized. I love his shot. Like, I really like this Warrior Summer League team, dude. I know. Call me a sucker.
Well, no, it's fun. Like, they actually have young players to be excited about going forward. And I think Yaxel, who gave himself, I think, a B grade if he had to grade himself for these last couple of games in the California Classic, he gave himself a B. I would agree. Hell, I think he's a tough grader. I think he'd go B+. I don't think I saw anything that would have me concerned about what he could be with the Warriors heading into next season. My only concern at this point for the Warriors is who's going to play with. At the end of the day, like, who's going to be on this team?
And who's going to play in front of him for Yaxel? I think that's important. I'm going to be real with you. And again, it's Summer League, and I don't want to lose my mind. But if you're asking me today, I'm saying, like, this kid better be getting 30 minutes a night.
He might.
Because he's going to help you on both ends of the floor immediately.